Hello and welcome to another fun-filled edition of Adam's Music Box, where, oh damn, I really should put the microphone close to me, shouldn't I? Today would have been the birthday of one of my favorite pianists and overall musicians and composers and idealists of all time, the wonderful Armando Chick Corea. Now, Chick was something else. His virtuosity was recognizable to all, and even among fellow piano greats, his originality was immediately apparent in his solos, in his compositions, in his accompaniments, in everything he did. And people consider him a jazz pianist, and of course he was, but he was an anything pianist. He was someone who could do anything and did do everything. He played classical. He's done Mozart. He's done Scriabin. I'm a huge Scriabin fan, and his Scriabin was particularly soulful and interesting and futuristic. He was someone who could do a solo piano gig and just create such innovation and do such interesting things harmonically at the piano. And his virtuosity in his solos was there for all to see, but it was never at the expense of interesting melodic and harmonic explorations. He could play wonderful in acoustic ensembles. Return to Forever, one of the very best jazz fusion bands ever. The compositions that he wrote in Return to Forever are part of sort of the fusion songbook of fusion standards, if you will, as are, of course, his acoustic compositions, things like Spain. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. His electric band in the 80s and early 90s, totally different from Return to Forever, but equally interesting. His collaborations with other pianists, people like Herbie Hancock, wonderful stuff. His collaborations with the great composer and vocalist Bobby McFerrin, again, equally wonderful stuff. He's played with everyone. He's done pop sessions, if you can believe it. He's, a pioneer of jazz rock fusion, of classical jazz fusion, of pure classical performance. He's just someone who did everything, but he was unmistakably him. It was that wonderful ability to blend a bit of Latin soul into everything that he did just about. And it wasn't just sort of your prototypical sort of cliched Latin stuff. It was Chick. He absorbed the influences of Latin and other forms of music growing up, and he was able to really create something that was uniquely his. And again, he came after many of the great pianists. He was younger than McCoy Tyner, or certainly Oscar Peterson, Art Tatum, and so he was a contemporary of Herbie Hancock. And I would say, along with Herbie, he was one of the people that said, right, the new generation is here. And he really didn't rest on any laurels or try to be other people. He really created a world of his own and is one of my favorite musicians of all time. Still cannot believe he's gone, but the music, of course, is eternal. As always, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.